Hello everyone, welcome to Elite Weather. My name is Mr. G. Hope you guys are having a good week and welcome to Thursday. You've made it to this point, so let's talk about the weather forecast that is going to round out the rest of this week. And let's jump into our weather today and take a look at our first map. And first up on the board, we have our surface view right now, and we have two big areas to worry about. It's stormy weather down across the southeast, where we're seeing some severe thunderstorms this afternoon and evening, as well as some wet weather up here across the northern plains and the upper Midwest, where we're going to be dealing with some rain showers and some intermittent thunderstorms as well. There's still a possibility a little bit of snow across the U.S. and Canadian border. So extreme northern North Dakota, northwestern Minnesota, you might pick up a few snowflakes later on in the weekend. But right now, we're just going to be worrying about some rainfall as we have those big areas of wet weather to contend with. Again, we're going to be seeing these showers here in the north and then severe weather down here across the south. We have another area of low pressure over the southeast that's going to extend that rainfall reach. So we're going to be seeing those rain showers and thunderstorms extend all the way into the mid-Atlantic states. And here's a look at those temperatures that we're going to be seeing across America this afternoon. And we're going to be dealing with some very warm weather down across the southwest, starting to heat up out there, as we're going to see some 90s through parts of southern Arizona and the interior of southern California. So the deserts, Palm Springs, going to finally see those temperatures hit the 90s. We're going to see those 70s and 80s down here across Texas. And we're going to be seeing those 80s over there across the state of Florida as well. If you're in the Northeast today, you're going to be seeing those temperatures in the 60s and into the Great Lakes and even to the parts of the upper Midwest as well. We're going to see some temperatures in the 60s out there, and we're going to be seeing it cool across the Rockies, and temperatures continuing to improve and warm up across parts of the Pacific Northwest, where we're going to be seeing 60s out that way as well. And if you're in Southern California, temperatures are going to be in the 70s and even the 80s down in the LA and San Diego area. And as we take a look at your Friday forecast, we are going to be seeing those storm systems down across the southern plain. Another storm that's going to develop and cause some severe thunderstorms down here across Texas. Once again, Dallas-Fort Worth is going to have a very busy afternoon and evening tomorrow as we deal with severe thunderstorms. Heavy rain and thunderstorms will extend into the mid-Atlantic, the Ohio Valley, and parts of the southeast down into Florida and parts of the Gulf Coast, where we can deal with some thunderstorms again across the east. Rain showers and thunderstorms will occur across the upper Midwest and into parts of the Great Lakes as well. We're going to be seeing those rain showers over that way for Friday. Nice dry weather will occur across the west. Look at the western half of the country. Very beautiful dry weather and warming conditions as well. Even across the Rockies, we're seeing that pattern really shift out there to where we're going to be warmer and drier out west, but more cloudy and stormy and cooler in the east. We're going to be dealing with that warmth across the south tomorrow down here in Texas and along the Gulf Coast. Down there in Florida, we're going to be seeing those temperatures in the 70s and 80s, and we're going to be seeing our 80s and 90s down across the southwest. 60s and some 70s in the Pacific Northwest, but we're going to be seeing it chilly across the northern plains, where those temperatures will be in the 30s and 40s across the extreme northern plains, but we're going to be seeing those 40s and 50s in the Great Lakes and 50s and 60s over toward the northeast. So we are having going to stay a little bit cooler across the northeast and the Great Lakes and a good portion of the eastern end of the United States, with the exception of the deep south in the southeast. Well, they will retain some semblance of normal temperatures for this time of the year. But if you're further to the north, It's going to be a little bit cool, cloudy, and wet out there. And here's a look at our Doppler radar. We have wet weather up here across the northern plains and upper Midwest. We see all those rain showers through Minnesota, down through Iowa, and parts of Wisconsin and Michigan as well. Check out the snow across the border in northern Michigan and in Canada. So we do have some snow out there. And down here across the south, we're seeing those showers and thunderstorms along the Gulf Coast and through parts of the southeast and the mid-south as well at this time. So we are dealing with a lot of areas that is contending with some wet weather right now. Here's our satellite. There's our big storm across the southeast. As you can see, all of those clouds, lots of rain and thunderstorms out there. And here's our storm system across the north that's bringing inclement weather through the northern tier part of the country as well. So we see a lot of wintry, or not wintry so much, but a lot of stormy weather across the center of the nation and down toward the south and east. Here is current temperatures right now, and we are looking at those temperatures in the 60s along the Gulf Coast. We're looking at temperatures in the 50s and 60s across the West Coast, but we're seeing it in the mid 40s across the parts of the Rocky Mountains. So let me get back on the camera. We're looking at those temperatures in the 30s and 40s through the mountains, and we're looking at a lot of 40s and 50s here in the North Country, the Northeast, the Great Lakes, and the Upper Midwest. So it's still pretty chilly out there across the North and the East, and warm to the south, and that's something for you. Here's our dew point. So we have stronger dew points down to the south because we're dealing with moisture from those storm systems. So we have our moisture here, our fuel for severe thunderstorms later today, as well as into your Friday and Saturday as well. We're going to deal with some severe thunderstorms. So we're going to be looking at that increase in surface moisture down here across the southern U.S. And as we look at the rainfall from the past 24 hours, we've looked at a good inch or less across much of the southeast, with some spots here across East Texas picking up over 3 inches of rainfall. So some isolated spots have picked up 3 inches of rainfall, and we're looking at less than an inch of rain across the upper Midwest into Minnesota and Wisconsin. So we are seeing some areas picking up some pretty decent rainfall for the last 24 hours. Let's talk about that severe weather that we're going to be dealing with through parts of the south. And down here along the south, we are seeing those showers and thunderstorms across Louisiana and through southern Mississippi and Alabama. We're dealing with those thunderstorms through much of the southeastern United States, even down into Florida. We're dealing with those severe thunderstorms and things like that. So I don't see any severe thunderstorm watches in effect at this time, but we do have the possibility of seeing some severe thunderstorms at any time. Here is our outlook for this afternoon as far as severe weather is concerned along the Gulf Coast and through parts of the mid-Mississippi River Valley as well. So northern Mississippi, we have an increased possibility of severe weather, but we do have a marginal risk for severe weather elsewhere down here across the southeastern United States and along the entire length of the Gulf Coast, even back over into parts of Texas. We have the potential for a severe thunderstorm over that way. And then for your Friday, we're going to see another blow up of severe weather take place over Texas here. So Dallas, Fort Worth, and Waco will be in the bullseye for the likelihood of severe thunderstorms for your Friday afternoon and evening. So another potential outbreak of severe weather. We're going to expect tornadoes, large hail, and damaging winds. Gorilla hail is going to be possible, as well as heavy rainfall that can lead to some flash flooding, more showers, and some severe weather. We have a marginal risk for severe thunderstorms across the southeast for your Friday and Friday evening as well. And here is a look at our futurecast. We are going to be seeing those thunderstorms breaking out across the southeast. We have a big area of showers and thunderstorms across the southeast that we're going to be seeing headed towards the Atlantic coast as we head into the 6 o'clock hour. And then Friday at 4 o'clock p.m., we're going to start to see severe thunderstorms develop over here in Texas, Dallas, Fort Worth, Waco, once again, we're going to see a line of severe thunderstorms capable of producing tornadoes, large hail, and damaging winds. And then as we move into 7 a.m. on Saturday, that cluster of thunderstorms will shift to the east. We're going to be seeing it through East Texas and parts of the Ozarks. So Arkansas, eastern Oklahoma, extreme southern Missouri, we'll see that line of showers and storms move through as well. The severe threat will decrease in the overnight and early morning hours. So we're just going to be seeing a lot of strong to maybe marginally severe thunderstorms moving through parts of the deep south as we get into Saturday morning. So through the weekend, we're going to be looking at about an inch plus of rain throughout a major portion of the southeast and along the Gulf Coast. Some folks can pick up over 2 inches of rain to 3 inches, especially over there down here across Florida and southern Georgia. Look at this 3 to 5 inches over the Panhandle of Florida and to parts of Louisiana as well. We could pick up a couple of inches of rainfall. So a lot of rain is going to take place across the southern U.S. over the next several days and through the weekend. My name is Mr. G. Thank you for watching this weather forecast. I will see you guys all in the next video. Please leave your likes. Feel free to comment and subscribe.